Hello, hello. Happy Wellness Wednesday. It's me again. And ready or not, here we go, right? Sometimes we are not ready to be ready and in life, and we just need to go and do it. Just like Nike says, just do it. There's always so many things that we're thinking about too much, that we want to improve the quality of our life, and then things happen in life, and just we don't take action, right? So that's how I want to start today, is taking action towards the things that we want to do. And the topic for today is lessons learned to live better. And lessons because I am feeling so proud and happy after this weekend. One of my children graduated. He graduated, and he is my second child. So today I want to express my gratitude for the lessons I have learned with him. And just as I was writing to have a little bit of a script of overview of what I wanted to talk to you today, when we write, and I was writing and I was acknowledging so many moments and so many things that I have learned through life lessons through being a mother. So I'm gonna talk about that today, and I hope this gives you an insight for you to become a better version of yourself, and learn how to appreciate everything that has happened till today for you in your life. Because we forget how many lessons we have learned since we were first born, and there's so many lessons that we live with our parents, our teachers, our friends, and we forget because every day we're in the day-to-day things and the worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. But one of the lessons I want you to learn today is to learn to appreciate everything that gave you the foundation for where you are at today, because I'm sure that you have also had many challenges, many struggles, and thanks to those, you're here living today. So with that introduction, my name, for those of you listening today who don't know me, my name is Maaike Saenz. And I run Maaike's Wellness Health Coaching to help women and men, also a very few men that I have had the privilege to coach, and just to improve the quality of your life. And if you're in a middle age with different challenges and struggles, that is, I bring to you, to the table, everything that I have learned through my lifetime, especially throughout the last 15 years, to bring a little bit shine and light for you to live a better life. And so today, and if you're listening to the replay, also let me know where you're joining me from, which state or which country you're joining me from, and do hashtag replay or hashtag live if you're live. I'm not looking at the messages right now, but I come to you every Wednesday with new and exciting things and topics for you to learn a little bit more of how to live your life in a different way, a different perspective, so you can feel better with yourself. So that's my goal. So life experiences through motherhood have taught me to believe in myself and to believe in my children. I have 3 children. Now they're 26, 24, 22. And their capabilities, and never I have underestimated their capacities. Every unique child has had their unique talents, and through life, I'm a psychologist, and through life, I learned to live with what I had in the moment and do the best I could. So this son, Gerardo, he's my middle child. He, as I just mentioned, he just graduated. And for a moment in his life, when he was born with an immatureness. And an immatureness that he needed extra needs, extra care for his life. And life, you just give birth to a child. Life does not prepare you, equip you with all the things that you need. Well, it does, but we don't know that. With everything that we need to sustain and maintain the extra needs, right? And for me, I learned early on, this is a child who just graduated, who I thought he was never going to walk. So imagine my proud mama, as a proud mama, how that feels to be having a child graduating when you thought that he was never going to walk. Since he was young, very, very young, at his 1.5 years old, he needed to go to therapy to strengthen those muscles because he had very low muscle tone. And through all his sessions, through all his therapy, that was 7 years of therapy, we struggled. It was a battle every single day for him because he didn't like to go. Because, why? Because it was hard, right? Nobody likes to do anything that is hard. So it was a battle at home to get him to his therapy sessions. And I just remembered about all this. Every day was a struggle at home, but I had to make it possible for him to go because I knew it was going to be something good for him. I never let him quit. And he was lazy, he didn't want to go, but it wouldn't serve him or myself to allow him to stay home. So now I can see that determination in me served not only me, but it served him as well. So I was fighting for him to be stronger, and that fight allowed not only him, but me to find the right support. I didn't know where to go, but my mission was to find someone that could support me outside of the house, that could lead me to the right direction for this child to get all the tools that he needed for life. Because if he was not walking and if his eyes were not strong enough, because that muscle tone was not even in his eyes either, so he needed to go to therapy. And I'm sharing with you this because life is a struggle, but through the struggle is how we become stronger. And through this 6 years of therapy, he found every time, I found support that he needed, and he knew that since an early stage that I was always seeking for the best support. And he could be the laziest one, but at the same time, he knew that every time that he did a little bit more effort, he got better and better. So early on, he knew that his effort was being evaluated and appreciated too. So it was a reward because all the time he got rewarded. And in coaching, the first thing I do with my clients when we start a coaching session is like I ask you, what went well? We must learn to celebrate each step of the way. It doesn't mean that life is easier, but it means that we need to, that we accomplished something, and that deserves a celebration. The more we celebrate each little win, the better we feel, and the more we can encourage ourselves to be harder and stronger and keep going and not let ourselves be let down. Because sometimes I know you out there and myself, life is a struggle, right? Sometimes we just want to quit. We just want to give up, but never give up because you're this close to being better and feeling better and improving whatever you're working towards. So this is a kid that always found his way to get help. I didn't even know that he all through his elementary, middle school, and high school, well, I did know, he got support that he needed from the school. So they would modify things so that he could keep going on his level and keep passing year through year. And I didn't know that this support also was through college. So through college, he got special attention. So he could go two ways. And if this is resonating with you, just write the word #resonating. If anything resonates with you along the way, just write a phrase or something that stays with you today, just so that I know that you're listening. So through college, he got the support that he needed. For many kids, that they would feel entitled, right? And maybe not do any effort. But in my son's case, he was the one who was so appreciative and so thankful for all the help that he was having, that since high school, he was helping. He was in hospitality and learning how to be a better human, how to serve others in better ways. So, and then in college, he became an ambassador of the college, representing the college and sharing all the goodness of the college. I am really proud of this child, and I am not bragging. I'm just sharing this with you because we all have that special kid at home. We all have a special kid inside ourselves. And I want you to know that whatever struggles you have had, whatever you support, you are an ambassador of your situation. You can become an ambassador of your life and your family. You represent your family. So whatever happens to you, also, you impact and ripple effect to your family. So this is a kid that graduated this Sunday with 2 majors and 2 minors when he struggled with school every year of his life. So never underestimate the effort that you put into a child like this, or your own effort into bringing a child like this, because your efforts will always be paid, and will be paid and compensated in ways that you don't even know. And I'm getting emotional here. It is very important to believe in yourself and to believe in your child. And there was a moment in this child's life that he did not feel the same that he felt with like my other children. He felt different. And I stopped him one day and I said, you're different, and you're very unique. You have your own traits and you have your own capabilities. That doesn't mean that you're less. You are much more, because you know how you have all these capabilities of doing so many other things. And life is giving him back today. So not only did he get physically strengthened with all his therapies, but most importantly, I think that underlining, and now as I was writing, I was thinking about that, he got very, very strong mentally. He was never defeated. He never defeated himself. So when you have a strength physical body, but also a mental, then you don't get defeated easily. So you can go through challenges much easier. So what are some things he is a child who finds his way through college. Ever since he stepped away from the house and he went into a different state to study for college, he has not received financial support from us to get his studies. He has found his way to get everything paid, all his needs paid, and it just amazes me, because he felt also that he didn't have the support. And I said, well, wait, one day, it's like, you're making it happen yourself. You should be proud of that. So when we're able to appreciate others and see in others what they're already doing, we help them raise their self-esteem so that they keep going. they can keep going. So it's very, very important for a life skill to get the support that you need, whether it is for yourself or if it's giving it to someone else, to your children, to your spouse, to your coworkers. It's very important to surround ourselves with the support that we need, with love and trust, because that's the only way that we can walk through our battles, right? When we have the right support to make it easier. So some lessons that I have seen in him that have taught me to be a better person and keep going, has to keep going in life. So I'm going to mention some of these lessons and let's see how you resonate with them. Hope this is making sense for you and hope this is gonna give you a little insight. So number 1, you need to know who you are. This child of mine knew exactly who he was. If you don't know who you are or you don't know where then you don't know what to do or what to act upon. I know in my case, when I started struggling with hormonal imbalances in premenopause and menopause, all of a sudden I kind of forgot of who I was or where I was going. It was also a life transition because my motherhood was ceasing, right? And then I started to have children going to college. So that's empty nester. It also leaves us with an emptiness. So sometimes we lose our identity into what we are doing every day. So if we lose that and we don't know who we are anymore, then we do not know how to act or what to do to make progress in life. So he was someone who really knew who he was and what he wanted and what he wants, because he's still building upon his dreams, but he finished one stage of his life, and build upon those dreams. But knowing who you are, that creates a self-identity that can help you keep on moving forward. So then you surround yourself with teachers or coaches or loved ones that support you to build upon your dream. So that is number 1, know who you are. And if you don't know, then that's great, because now you can redefine who you want to be. So that's a great opportunity. If right now you're feeling confused and you don't have clarity of who you are anymore, then that opens great space to decide who you want to be. So that's number 1 thing that I help my clients do in coaching, is like decide the new version of you that you want to become. And then we build upon the blocks to help you with that. So that's number 1. Then number 2 is raise your standards. If your self-belief is low, then through coaching or with the support that you get yourself surrounded by, you have somebody else believe in you more than you believe in yourself, so that slowly you start believing in yourself more. So that is raising your standards, supporting yourself with people that can help you. And that's exactly what I do with coaching, as I mentioned. I believed in my child that he could be, do, or have whatever he wanted. And thanks to that, he's achieving that. And that's exactly what my clients feel. It's like I help them fill in the gaps of their life so that they can put all the pieces of their life together and feel whole again. So raise your standards by believing in yourself, or steal that, or borrow that from somebody else. Number 3, be certain and practice your new identity. So once you know and you define what you want, be certain of that. It's like, okay, this is who I want, how I want to feel. This is what I want to see of my life. This is how I want to be. Maybe you're feeling depressed right now. It's like, instead of saying, I am depressed, I like something that I heard even this morning. It's like, I'm feeling a little bit down. When you say that, and also this is something that my son would say, I feel a little bit down, then you're opening a possibility for it's okay to be not okay some days, but you're growing into that person that you want to be. So knowing your identity and be certain of who you want to be, and then break those labels, because if you say I am depressed, I am depressed, it's like a label. It's like I am bad. No, you're not bad. You're not a depressed person. You're just feeling a little down right now. And that's okay, because you're moving forward to feeling better, right? So our words become our power. So what we think is what we say, and is who we become. So that is very, very important. So we need to start changing the way we're thinking about us to create that identity, and so that our words speak together with what the person that we want to become. So be certain and have your own identity. That is number 3. And number 4, that is a powerhouse. Have you heard about the word mental rehearsal? Write in the comments below if you have practiced that or you have heard that before, mental rehearsal. So athletes are very good with that. They rehearse their races or whatever they're doing in their sport 1,000 times in their mind. So when they get to the event, it's something that is so rehearsed that they know exactly what they need to be doing, and they do it as if it has already happened. So it becomes very easy. But also that happens when we're feeling down or with an emotion that is recurring. What you can do is mental rehearse it in the future, how you want the outcomes to be. And when you get to that situation, it just becomes familiar. And you know what? One thing it is a powerhouse is the mind or the brain does not distinguish the difference between what is actually real or what has been practiced and has been in a mental rehearsal that is not actually the real moment. So when you practice it enough, then your brain is already ready to act upon whatever situation you want to have a better outcome. So maybe if you're having a bad relationship with someone, it's like you can mentally rehearse a conversation and see the outcome being better, and rehearse what is going to happen, and you actually feel really good. So when it actually happens, it's like, you're not even with fear, because you're already imagined and you practice it in your mind so many times. So that's number 4, mental rehearsal. And it's like pretending, it's being a model of what you want to be in the future. And number 5, very, very important. When you have an idea, when you have a dream, or you are feeling down and you want to become a better person or become a better version of yourself, then take immediate action. You have a dream, you have an idea, you have something that you want happening right away. If you do not act upon it immediately, then it will fade away. Whatever your dream, whatever your idea, whatever you want to become in a better version of you, if you do not act quickly, then that idea just fades, and then you allow the brain to say, oh no, I'm very lazy, like my son. Like if I was not pushing him, I'm lazy, I don't want to, I feel sick, I don't want to do it. Then there's never gonna be a change right there. And something else that I learned is that there is never failure. When we take action and we fail, what we get is feedback. But when we never try anything, then we never fail, and we feel like a failure because we never tried anything, right? So it's better to take action. It's better to take imperfect action and fail at something, because you will be having feedback and you become stronger because you already tried once, and maybe the second time you will be better. So I'm doing this also for myself, because when I take imperfect action showing up here for you, then I feel better. And also just by doing it, I learned so much. So thank you for letting me share with you my story, my experiences, and I hope that this is helping you to feel better with yourself. One last thing that I want to share with you is that I was listening this morning as well, is the launch of a book from Ed Milet. And he says this is a book that's called The Power of One More. And this makes a full circle for today's message and training, because there's power in one more day, in one more try, in one more phone call, in one more action. Maybe you're pumping lifts, right? And it's like you're tired, but you do one more. Well, that one more is what creates that muscle tone that you want. One more day of eating healthy creates you feeling better. One more phone call to get to reach your goal of your monthly goal, right? If this is business, and I do that for myself too. I'll talk that to myself too. So one more day of feeling good. Talk yourself into one more something that you're stretching yourself towards a better version of yourself. And when you do that, then you become the person that you want to be. And I want to leave you with that. It's like just one more action, one more thing for you to feel better with yourself. And if this is resonating with you, if you're battling with not knowing who you are, if you want to become a better version of yourself, you want to be healthier, you are battling with not knowing who you are in menopause, I know because I was there. And it does not need to be menopause. It might be that you're feeling down, that you're having a big gap of time, that you're not feeling like yourself and you want to be feeling better. I always say that one conversation can create magic, because then you get the support that you need, whether it is with me or with someone else, but create that space with you. Believe in yourself that you can get the help that you want so that you can be the best version of yourself. You deserve to feel good. You and we all deserve you to be a better person, because then you bring your own unique gifts to the world. So believe in yourself, because the world needs a better believer in each one of us to be brighter and lighter. So happy Wellness Wednesday. I wish you the best of luck in your life journey. And if our lives cross and I am meant to help you, then just you know where to find me. Thank you so much for listening today and taking the time. And if this resonates with you and this message is for someone else to hear, please share this message with someone else. Invite them to my group if you're listening to this in my wellness group, Facebook group. And if you're listening to this through a YouTube video, then share it with someone that might be that they need to hear this, to believe in themselves so that they can become also a better version of themselves. The power of one. You impact one and they impact one more, and then we become a better world. Thank you for listening, and until next time, bye-bye.